Ooh, that is what I'm talking about. 171 grams of protein. So tonight, well, someone's getting stuffed. And it's gonna be me, and it could be you if you decide to make this recipe too. What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome back to my kitchen, and welcome to today's video, which is gonna be none other than yet a banger, anabolic, high protein, also a meal prep recipe for you tonight. But we're gonna be making some stuffed peppers, making them in the air fryer if you want, or the oven. We're gonna do both and see how either of them turn out. I'm actually starving. I'm gonna have this for dinner tonight, and then I'm gonna actually use the leftovers to meal prep for the rest of the week, so I'll show you that as well. So if you guys are excited for the recipe, if you guys find this recipe helpful and it looks delicious to you, make sure to absolutely obliterate that thumbs up button down below. It does help me out, and it helps this video get out to more people, so thank you for that. Now, let's take a look at everything you're gonna need to make these stuffed peppers tonight. So we're gonna start out with some ground turkey. This is 99% fat-free ground turkey as well. To season it, we're gonna use some of the rib rack sugar-free seasoning, Chipotle style. Really good, and it's also 0 calories, which is nice. Then obviously the star of the show, the bell peppers. I got one of each color here, and then I have another set to cook in the oven as well. Then we're gonna be using some rice. This is some jasmine rice I got pre-cooked, frozen. So all I need to do is just put it in the microwave. You could cook your own rice if you want to, or buy bagged rice. Doesn't really matter either way. Next up, to make it even more authentic, we're gonna use these Madras lentils. They have a very good chili consistency and taste, which works perfect in this recipe. And then as always, we're gonna use some shredded protein, AKA fat-free mozzarella. So that's everything you're gonna need, but I can't cook like this. Much better. Now we can get into cooking. First thing you're gonna wanna do is preheat your oven though. I'm gonna set my oven to 400. If you're using an air fryer, you're not gonna set it to 400, but for the oven people out there, 400 is what it's gonna be. So first things first, we're gonna get a large pan and put both of our pounds of ground turkey in there. I'm using 2 pounds tonight. You want this pan like relatively hot, so like medium to high heat here. It'll also help it cook through a little bit too. I also like my turkey really ground up, so I always tend to like chop it as fine as possible. That's up to you, but that's just the way I like to eat it. And after that begins to brown up, you can use your seasoning of choice. Like I said, I'm using the Rib Rack's Chipotle sugar-free seasoning. Really, really good if you're trying to get that like Chipotle style seasoning and taste. And it's honestly one of my favorite like Southwest style seasonings. So I'm gonna use this generously over the 2 pounds of meat. All right, now while our meat is cooking, we can go ahead and get a bowl out. And I'm gonna be using the white rice, like I said, the frozen white rice from Whole Foods. It is literally as plain as it comes, but it's some of my favorite white rice. And I like to measure out about 500 grams, which is pretty much this entire bag. So we can go ahead and microwave this for about 1-minute intervals until it's hot and cooked all the way through. All right, now as your ground turkey looks kind of like this, pretty much completely ground up, you can go ahead and reduce the heat to right above the low simmer setting. The next step, we got our rice out of the microwave. We can go ahead and dump it all in here. So just go ahead, mix everything around thoroughly. And next, we're gonna add our Madras lentils. Like I said, a really good like chili, authentic Southwestern type of vibe to this. And we can just go ahead, pour that over top and mix it in. Fair warning, I normally would do 2 packs of lentils, but I buy them from Costco, and I guess I just instantly ran out. All right, so because I forgot the other pack of Madras lentils, I'm gonna do about a half of this container of black beans and like a solid 4 tablespoons of this salsa. It's not gonna be as good, but it's the best is what I have on hand. Pretty much you just wanna get a good coating on your rice and your meat. So this will do just fine. So now that everything is mixed, we can go ahead, just let this sit on simmer, and we can get started on the bell peppers. All right, so like I said, I'm making 8 of these tonight. For your bell peppers, you wanna cut just the top off, and then you can see cut here, here, and here. You should be able to pull out. So now you're left with a nice bowl for your meat mixture. And you're literally just gonna repeat this process however many bell peppers you have. All right, 8 cuts later, here is how you should be left. To finish off the meat mixture here, we're gonna use a little bit of fat-free mozzarella cheese. I use about half the bag in this mixture right here. So you're just gonna wanna sprinkle it over and then just lightly fold it in a couple times. All right, now your mixture is ready to go into the bell peppers. All right, and now we can start stuffing. So like I said, I'm gonna do 4 in the air fryer, 4 in the oven. That way we can kind of see which one we think cooks better. I have a feeling it's gonna be the air fryer though. Okay, so as you can see, we have both the air fryer and the ovens ready to go. We also have a little bit of leftover in the pan that can make like a nice little bowl or something right there. Now comes in that second bag of cheese. We're just going to use the rest of the bag to sprinkle on top of each one. But we stuffed them, now let's cook them. Now for the oven, people, we're gonna use the oven that's preheated to 400. Go ahead, place them in there on the top rack and let that bake for about 10 minutes. So for the air fryer, we're gonna use 360 for 10 minutes. If you guys wanna pick up this air fryer, I'll leave it linked down below. Absolutely love this thing. All right, so I've just been eating this out of the pan as it's cooking. So delicious, just by itself. Just this meat mixture alone can go on literally anything.
A few moments later.
The air fryer ones are done. And shortly after, the oven ones are done as well. All right, I literally can't touch it because of how hot it is, but just look at this one that came out of the air fryer. Absolutely perfect. That is what I'm talking about. All right, I am literally getting a pump just from carrying this over here. This is an insane amount of food. Like, are you looking at this right now? I mean, there's no way I, or even 2 people probably could eat all of this in one sitting. So this is all 8 of them right here. All right, I have a feeling it's gonna be really hot, but I just wanna dive on in. Did you hear that crunch of the cheese on top? Whoa, that is insanely good. Look at that bite right there. So much good feeling on the inside. The pepper's like nice and soft, but it still has a little bit of good like texture to it. So it's not just like eating mush. Honestly, this one came out of the air fryer and the air fryer cooked this thing perfectly. The cheese on the inside is nice and melted and soft and kind of combines everything together. The cheese sprinkle on the outside adds a lot of flavor, one, but also a ton of like crunch and a different consistency to what you're getting throughout the rest of the meal. The combination of this combined is just absolutely insane. and not to mention the macros will literally blow your mind. I'll get to that in just a second. I think I'm actually going to drizzle a little bit of this Bolt House cilantro avocado on there. It's only at 40 calories per serving, which is pretty low for like a salad dressing type thing. And I feel like it goes really good with any like Southwest style meals that you make. I can't stop eating it. Hold on. I just absolutely devoured that thing. That was disgusting. So the difference between the air fryer one and the oven one isn't too much of a difference. So honestly, you could do this in either one. You're both gonna get a really, really good result. For me, the air fryer it took a little quicker. I did let the other one sit in here in the oven for 12 minutes, not 10 minutes. But realistically, you're gonna get just about the same result, either one that you use. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am to like pack these and bring them for lunch. Cut it in half so that's like kind of filleted. Microwave it for a couple minutes, you're good to go. Ready to enjoy an insanely healthy, high protein meal. Just how high protein? Let me tell you. So keep in mind, what I'm about to share with you is just for half of this recipe. We are sitting at 1,400 calories, almost exactly. Let's say I did have 2 of them, that's still only 700 calories for an insanely high protein meal. So for 4 of them, you're sitting at 171 grams of protein. Absolutely nuts. Each one of these 8 bell peppers right here is only 350 calories, but has 43 grams of protein in it. That is insane. Insane also for how much volume you're getting with this meal. I think I'm gonna try and make like portions of either 1.5 or possibly 2 if I'm really hungry for like a dinner. And this is gonna last me a good solid couple days. It didn't take that long to make either. And I'm honestly just really thrilled with how this recipe turned out. All that said, I hope you're really thrilled with how this recipe turned out. And if you are, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Like I said, it really does help the video out quite a bit. If you're new to the channel, you wanna see more recipe videos, more fitness videos, more working out videos, more whatever you want, I got it coming for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as well. Up next, watch one of these 2 videos. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.